who helped her carry water, Amara studied him. Really studied him. The way he wiped his hands neatly. The way his shirt, though faded, was always tucked in. The way he listened, attentively, like someone trained to sit through boardroom meetings. And something inside her whispered, he's not telling you everything. 2. A sudden emergency. The challenge turned from whispers to panic when Mama Uche collapsed. It happened on a Sunday morning. Amara had just finished scrubbing pots when her mother gasped and fell beside the bed, clutching her chest. "Mama," she screamed. "Please stay with me." Neighbors helped carry her to the local clinic, but the doctor shook his head. "She needs a heart scan. Possibly surgery. But we don't have the equipment here. You must take her to Lagos Island General or a private hospital." "How much?" Amara whispered. "Nigerian Naira 500,000 deposit." Her world tilted. That kind of money didn't exist in her life. Not in her savings, not in her dreams. She sat outside the clinic, holding her mother's worn scarf, her hands shaking. And without thinking, she pulled out her small Nokia phone and called the only number her heart trusted in that moment. 3. The first lie that hurt. "Emeka, please. I need help," her voice cracked over the line. He was at the mechanic shop, wiping down a carburetor, when he froze. "Where are you?" "The clinic beside St. Mark's Church." "It's Mama." She collapsed. "They said she needs surgery and I don't have the money." Chike felt the ground shift. This was the moment, the point where the truth should come out. Where he could drop the mask and say, "I can fix this. I'm not who you think I am." But fear choked him. If he told her now, would she feel betrayed? Used? Would she walk away forever? "Don't worry," he said finally. "I'll find something." She paused. "Emeka, I didn't call to put pressure. I didn't know who else. I'll find a way." He hung up. Then immediately called Tolu. "I need 1 million Nigerian Nairas in cash. Today." "What? Why?" "Just do it. Bring it to me at the shop in an envelope. Don't ask questions." Tolu hesitated. "This is about the girl, isn't it?" Chike didn't answer. 3 hours later, Amara stood outside the clinic in disbelief, staring at an envelope full of cash that Emeka handed her. "Where did you get this?" she whispered. He forced a shrug. "I know a guy loaned me. I'll work overtime to pay it back." She looked at him like she could see through him. But she took the envelope anyway. And that night, her mother was transferred to a better hospital. 4. The growing distance. 4 days after that, Amara was quiet. She thanked Emeka. She brought him food. But the way she looked at him had changed. Like she was searching. Questioning. One evening, she asked, "Who are you really, Emeka?" He looked up. "I told you." "No. I mean, who are you when no one's watching?" He hesitated. "I'm just someone trying to matter. Someone who wants something real." She studied his face, then nodded. "Okay." But her voice didn't carry the warmth it used to. And Chike knew. The lie had cracked the foundation. She sensed it. 5. Enter the rival. As if fate hadn't thrown enough into the fire, a sleek black Benz pulled up near the market one Friday afternoon. Out stepped Kamsi Okoro, the doctor's son from the private hospital. He wore loafers that probably cost more than Amara's rent and spoke with a British accent seasoned with too much pride. He had seen Amara during her mother's transfer and had been struck by her strength, her beauty, her quiet fire. So he came back. And he came with gifts, medicine samples, a new wrapper for Mama Uche, and a promise of help. Amara accepted with hesitation. I don't take things I didn't earn. Kamsi laughed. Then let me earn the right to help you. Emeka watched all this from across the road, pretending to adjust an engine. Jealousy burned like hot oil in his chest. Tulu's words echoed in his head later that night. You're losing her, Chike. Either tell her the truth or lose her to someone who can offer her real help, with no disguise. And yet, Chike couldn't speak. Because deep inside, he wasn't afraid of her anger. He was afraid of her silence. That if he told her the truth, she would disappear. That he would return to the towers of wealth, alone. The days that followed were slow unraveling. What once felt light and simple between Chike and Amara now carried a quiet weight. Like a note held too long in a song, beautiful, but trembling on the edge of dissonance. And the worst part? Neither of them said anything. Amara still served his meals. Chike still showed up, tools in hand. But the laughter was thinner, the silences heavier, the smiles delayed. Beneath the routine, tension brewed. 1. Kamsi's persistence. Kamsi wasn't just a rich man's son, he was determined. He returned to the hospital daily to check on Mama Uche. He brought vitamins, books, even imported tea he claimed was good for heart recovery. Then, he began showing up at Amara's stall. I brought you this, he said one morning, handing her a gift-wrapped parcel. She frowned. What's this? A new apron. Yours is heroic, but barely holding together. She stared at the parcel for a long second before placing it aside. Thank you, but you don't have to bring me things. I know, he said with a slow smile. I want to. And just like that, he lingered. He'd sit near the stall, engaging customers in friendly banter, talking about his volunteer work abroad, subtly dropping hints about his family's influence. Chike watched all of it with growing frustration. He's just trying to help, Amara said when Chike finally voiced his unease. Help, he snapped. Rich men don't help without a reason. She narrowed her eyes. You think I don't know that? I've lived long enough to spot fake charity. But at least he's not hiding who he is. The words hit harder than a slap. Chike flinched, then turned away. 2. The confrontation. Later that night, Chike stood outside the small gate of Amara's compound. He'd barely slept in 2 days. When she opened the door, she didn't look surprised. I need to talk to you, he said. About Kamsi? No. About me. She stepped aside. He walked in, sat on the edge of a plastic chair, and ran his hands through his hair. I haven't been honest with you. Amara folded her arms, silent. My real name is Chike Obi. My father was one of the richest men in Lagos. He left me everything. I live in Ikoyi. The mechanic thing, it was a choice. She didn't move. Didn't blink. Just stared at him like a stranger had entered the room. Why? She finally asked, voice low. I wanted to find someone who would see me, not my money. I was tired of fake smiles and gold diggers. So I left that world. Changed my clothes, my name. Found you. Her voice cracked. So all this time, all the helping, the friendship, was just a test. No, he stood quickly. It was real. Every moment. You're the only thing that's felt real in years. She took a deep breath. You lied. I had to. If I told you the truth from the beginning. You didn't trust me. That silenced him. The room buzzed with electricity, pain, betrayal, anger. I poured out my soul to you, she said. Told you my fears, my struggles. You were the only person I let in. And now I don't even know who you are. I'm still me. No.